What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode, and we're back in the industrial district, and today we're going to work on this corner here. That's right, we're going to build the all-in-one mob farm. Let me show you guys what we're going to be building. So this is the mob farm that we are going to be building, guys. I'm sure many of you have seen this before. This is the Nembomb mob farm. So it spawns everything, and then it kind of flushes out the water and pushes all the mobs down into this tube down here where they hit the campfires or take fall damage. But now, of course, we got to start getting some materials to actually start working on this farm. And I was looking at my blocks here, and we actually have a lot of stone compared to cobblestones. So we only have these 4 chests here. So I think I might actually make it out of stone. It'll look way cleaner, way more smooth. So I think that's going to be the option for like the main block. And then we just have to go ahead and grab like the random redstone pieces and bits and bobs, stuff like that. So I'm gonna start working on getting all those materials together, and then we can head over to the industrial district. All right, guys, so we're back in our industrial district, and here is everything that we're gonna need for this farm. Not a very big list of things, mostly just stone. So this is gonna be all slabs actually, and then this is solid blocks, but I decided we're gonna use stone bricks. So I had actually completely forgotten about these blocks for some reason, but we're gonna use stone bricks for our farm here. So we're gonna go ahead and change all of these, and there we go. There's all of our stone bricks. We're just gonna go ahead and throw those back in there, throw this in here, and then we're gonna grab some of these things right now just so we can place like a base platform up there. And we're gonna have to build up high enough to where the farm is above the ground, and when we're standing, we actually have a spawning sphere that cuts off right here at the bottom of our floor. So what that's gonna do is all the mobs are gonna spawn just in our farm up there, nothing down here, nothing underneath. So it shouldn't actually be that high that we have to build up, because our spawning platform is gonna be so high up in the air anyway, so this farm can actually be lower to the ground. And if you don't know, the lower a mob farm is, the better your spawn rates are actually gonna be. So the closest to the ground you can build a mob farm, the better it'll work. So that's why people do like perimeters and build mob farms all the way at the very bottom of the world, because that's actually going to have the best rates compared to up in the sky. All right, so we found our spot where our farm needs to be at, and what we're going to do first is we're actually going to place a piece of scaffolding. Oh, not that way. We're going to place a piece of scaffolding down so we can place our first dropper going to the side like this. So actually, let's just be smart here and utilize our scaffolding, and then we're going to place 2 more droppers on each side. So this is where all the items are going to flow to, and then they're going to fall out into a little tunnel here, and then they're going to go all the way down to our tubes down there and be sorted. We also have to make sure it goes in the right side. So oddly enough, it actually is the right side. So then we can add our hoppers in here, and then we can start building up like this column, this first little tube. So now from here, what we have to do is we have to place 3 stairs here. I don't really know why we need these, but then we need to place some campfires over every single hopper, just like that. And then we need to take our solid blocks, and we're gonna stack up 20 blocks tall. So this is gonna be 1, and then we're just gonna continue all the way up till we get to 20. All right, so we got our big column built here now. And the reason we're using soul campfires is because they actually produce a lower light level than the regular campfires. So I think the regular campfires do like torches and everything, so I think it's 15 or 14 or whatever it is. But the soul campfires, if I remember right, is I think the light level is 10, if I can remember right. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, so what that's going to do is going to prevent the light from actually getting up onto the layers and everything and causing more mobs to spawn. But now we need to build this out 7 blocks. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. So now we need to build a 7 by, well, not 7 by 7. We just need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need to extend this 7 blocks on each end, and then connect the big square, so that way we can have the big platform on the bottom that actually flows all the water and pushes the mobs down here into the center. Well, guys, sudden update. I made an oopsie. I was gonna time lapse this floor, but you know, I forgot to start recording it. So surprise, here's the floor. So yeah, so this is the floor where the mobs are gonna fall down and like flow into the bottom here. So all we have to do now is just put water on these indents here, and then everything should stop right at these edges here, and it'll create like a full pool of water, flowing water here into the middle. Now we just have to go get some water buckets. Water buckets acquired. Guys, I'm flying this completely blind. I don't know where I'm at. This is probably not a good idea. Oh, we're not even close. You think we can make it? Let's not risk it. All right, and we're back. So now we should just have to do this. Oh, this is quite unfortunate. The water doesn't spread. Okay, I guess we're making an infinite water source up here, because I am not flying up and down. Boom, temporary infinite water source. Okay, cool. So now we are chilling. Now we just gotta place all this water. Oh, not there. Why is that? What the heck? What is going on? What is going on? Please stop. Stop. Uh-oh. Guys, I think I messed it up. Can I pull this one? Okay, what about this one? What about this one? Actually, what is happening? Why is it doing this? Please stop updating. What is going on? Let's do this. Let's just do this. This should fix the issue. In theory, I hope. Guys, I messed it up again. This is actually getting kind of obnoxious. Let's close that off. Okay, I just realized I think I'm gonna have to move the infinite water source. I think that's why this is not working. Uh-oh, I messed up the redstone. No! No! Guys, I'm about to cry real tears. That right there, guys, was every redstoner's worst fear. Water flowing over your redstone. My goodness. So now that that is fixed, let's fly back up here. And hopefully we don't have this issue again. I think I'm going to have to pick up this water so this doesn't flow down and mess everything up again. And then we're gonna move this. Actually, no, don't extend it that way. My goodness, guys, I'm having like major brain farts right now. Don't worry, guys, I am a professional Minecrafter. I know how to make an infinite water source. Look at that. All right, perfect. So now we just have to continue around the rest of the farm here and hope it goes smoothly. All right, thankfully we had no more mishaps. Now the next part is probably the part that I hate the most. We have to start building up all the floors, and it's pretty tedious. Takes a long time. It's not hard, it just takes a long time. So now what we have to do is right here in the middle, we're gonna stack up 2 blocks, and then a dispenser is gonna go right on top, right? And then from here, we're gonna build out 7 blocks on each side. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right to the scaffolding. That's in case we fall off. We're gonna make a little cross shape, and then we're gonna connect them diagonally. So there's 4, and then we're just gonna go ahead and connect them diagonally like this. And this is why I say this is super tedious, because doing this diagonal part sucks, because that happens. So then you gotta jump down and break the blocks, climb back up, and it's probably the worst thing about this, placing all these slabs in. But it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be way easy to farm all these mob drops, and we're out. Oh, no, we're not. It's gonna make farming all these mob drops super easy. Even though we have ways to farm most of them already, this is just gonna make it even easier. Especially because we're gonna have a sugarcane farm here eventually too. So this is where all our firework rockets are actually going to be produced, but for now we're building up this first. Then from here, oh, we're going to need water buckets in every single one of these too, but we'll come back to that later. So then from here we're going to have to build up a dirt, right? And then we place an observer facing upwards, and then here's where our scaffolding comes in, because we're going to have to keep going up pretty high. And then we just replicate this pattern on the floor until we have 10 floors, I believe. I think that's how high I'm going to build this, or how high the farm recommends. So yeah, we're just going to keep building up until we're finished. It's going to take a while, I'm not going to lie. But let's see, before I start time-lapsing the rest of this, do I have any stories for you guys? Story time. Honestly, not really. I'm actually about to go out of town, about to go on vacation. I call it vacation, but I'm more so just going to see my family. This is actually, I think, the 3rd or 4th video I've recorded this week. So I'm trying to give myself a bunch of footage so I can actually record videos and keep releasing things while I'm up there, just because I always have a lot of free time when I go visit my family. You can only do so much talking and everything. It'll just give me something to do while I'm up there. One of them is a little bit of a different video. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a little bit of a funnier video. Oh, we missed. It's gonna be a little bit of a funnier video, so I hope you guys like it. Only one way to really tell, bro, I'm gonna keep missing this, holy crap. Only really one way to tell is by releasing the video. But yeah, other than that, no new stories really or anything, just because I'm recording these episodes one after another after another. Sorry for yapping yet again, guys. Let's go ahead and finish building all these floors. Alright, so we have made it to the top layer now. If we take a little fly down, you can see every floor. So now from here, what we're gonna have to do is we're actually gonna extend this up just a couple blocks to make this a little easier. We're of course gonna have to extend this out once again, but this is gonna be a giant triangle over the top to actually make it dark in here. We also have to place some solid blocks here along the dispenser as well. And I actually messed up this slab placement. So these actually have to be bottom slabs to prevent light from getting through, and also to prevent mob spawning on the top, because we don't want anything spawning up here, right? So this is gonna have to extend all the way down. We're gonna just, let's see. Oh, I need more slabs. Okay, hold on. Let me pull out some from here real quick. And then we're just going to extend this around here just momentarily. And now here is every side of our farm extended out as far as it needs to go. So now we're just going to have to connect each of these ends diagonally again. We're going to have a big diamond over this. And then we fill up each of these dispensers with water buckets. We place a little timer on the top. And our farm should begin working. And you can actually see there are mobs down here already. And I'm realizing I should have put the water buckets in already. That way it could have been working and actually activating and, you know, sweeping the mobs down here so I don't have to deal with these later. Unfortunately, I'm a little dumb and I didn't do that. So we might be a little screwed later. I guess we'll see, but for now we're gonna put this roof on and then go from there. Okay, actually scratch that. We're gonna place our water buckets first, because once this roof is on, then mobs are really gonna start spawning. So we wanna place our water buckets first. So let's go ahead and fly all the way down to our ocean over here, and let's get 10 of these. And then we're just gonna go ahead and throw them all in here. And of course we're gonna put each one in the middle. We don't want them in the first slot. All right, here's where we gotta start being careful, because there's gonna start being mobs spawning on these floors. I know I saw a creeper on one of these. The spiders aren't too bad. They're not. Oh, okay, that's fine. This is fine. This guy can just get out of here, and these guys can also get out of here. Where's, yes, there's the creeper. How are we gonna go about this? Can I hit him? I cannot. Okay, new strategy. We're gonna use our bow. There we go. Dealt with him very easily. And there's a skeleton. Let's also deal with him. Mission accomplished. We have our water buckets, and now we're gonna go ahead and mine out all this dirt as well. And then we'll have to move our scaffolding eventually. Oh, it's raining. How lovely. But now that that is taken care of, now we can go ahead and place the roof on this thing. Alright guys, so now we have our roof fully constructed here. If we take a look here, you can see it covers everything, and if we actually turn off our night vision, you can see how dark this thing actually is. So it's spawning mobs already, which is pretty bad. Well, I mean, it's good, but bad if we fall down there. So thankfully we don't have to go down there anymore. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to set up the circuit here to power all the water buckets underneath. So we're going to start with a block here on top of this dispenser, right? We're gonna place redstone dust over here, and then we place 2 redstone dust on this end. We're gonna put a lever here, a redstone comparator, and then we're gonna put repeaters all the way down, and then all the way down this side as well, until it connects all the way back down here. Now, the other thing is we have to change every single one of these to 4 ticks. That's gonna make the longest timer possible, and then it'll slowly place the water and then retract the water. So once we have all these set, we can turn it on and see it in action. All right, so now they're all set. So now we're gonna go ahead and turn it on, and you can see the repeaters are slowly powering up, and when they go down, you can see that the water turns on every single floor and pushes all the mobs down to the bottom. And then it should turn off shortly here in just a second. Why is it not working? I think I might have messed something up, guys. Oh, okay, all I had to do was turn off the lever, I think. You just turn it on and off, and I think that should do it. Maybe not. Okay, why is this not working? Okay guys, I figured it out. I just had to turn this comparator to subtract mode, and now as we look, it's still going around, right? And then when it gets back to here, it's gonna loop around and keep powering. So now it's gonna make the water turn on and off. So right now you can see that it's off, and then just like that, you can see that it turns on. So now the farm is fully working. It's all good to go. The last things we have to do is just build the AFK platform up a little bit, and then we just have to connect the tube up to here and the droppers to automatically spit out the items, and then we'll be all finished. So let me go ahead and build up the AFK platform and get some trapdoors, and then we'll connect up the farm the rest of the way. Alright guys, and just like that, our mob farm is all finished. If we go and take a look down, you can see that there's mobs spawning, the tube is connected all the way to the droppers, and all the items are being thrown out. So if we give it just a second, you can see it working. So there you go, you see a couple items coming out of it right now, and then they're going down and getting sorted. So now this project is all finished and everything, and all the mobs are just spawning in this. We're at a height to where nothing can spawn underneath. So everything is just going to spawn on these little platforms here. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, make sure to let me know down below in the comments. Also leave a like if you made it this far, and consider subscribing if you're not already and you enjoy the video and you want to see more like this. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.